Hello. One of my favorite parts of this program is that I get to be real and candid with you and share sometimes a few little secrets. So today I have a few things to reveal, and so you should definitely be sitting, okay? This video is entitled sort of the pitfalls of writing about challenges. And I need to tell you this. Most students and their parents believe that the way to getting into college is to have a sad story. Many rack their brains as to what that story is, what they're going to reveal, and some even sort of stretch the truth a bit just because they feel so compelled to have a sad story. So here's the truth. Are you ready? The truth is this. The 3 Ds, death, divorce, and an actual D, sort of a failing of a class. Unfortunately, they're much more common than you might think they are. And so most teens have one or a combination of these topics that they could write about. So much like sports essays, athletic essays, it can be difficult for your story to stand out in any kind of way, okay? So with that said, I want to draw your attention back to sort of one of the very first lessons, and that is this. Your essay is much less about what you say and much more about how you capture that story, okay? So whatever it is that you choose to write about, I don't want you to spend the words telling the reader that this was a struggle or this was a hardship and those kinds of words. Because if the question is asking you to describe a challenge, it's already implied that what you're about to write about was hard and was difficult and it was a struggle. So omit those words. That's one of my biggest tips, right away. What's going to make your essay more compelling is your description of the thing that you did to overcome that challenge, or what that looks like or feels like as you sort of make the arc into figuring it out. Okay, so let me give you some examples. So describe the regimen or routine that you decided on to become a better swimmer, a better debater, a better field goal kicker, okay? Paint the picture for the reader of the contrast of your household, what it was like when you had a 2-parent household versus a single-parent household. What does that look like for you? What does that feel like for you? Another example would be, what did you do to learn English at the age of 14 when everyone around you had a grasp of their own native language? Maybe you moved to this country or something like that and you didn't have a grasp on the English language but had to learn it. So what does that look like? What does that feel like? Okay. So I want you to show me, don't tell me. And so in the sample packet essays, there are some good topics, good essays that talk about sort of challenges. So sort of take a look there and see what you can find and see if that's helpful to you, okay? Here's how you're going to move forward. You are going to edit out all of the words that say this was a challenge or this was a hardship or this was hard. That's implied, so I want you to just omit those words. Number 2, I want you to use 1 to 2 sentences to give us the context, sort of the setup, and then I want you to jump right into showing the reader sort of, again, what does that look like? What does that feel like? And then the third thing is I want you to give yourself some time to reflect on this topic. Whatever challenge that you've decided you really want to write about is wonderful and can come across as honest and authentic. So work towards that. But I also want you to take some time to reflect on why it is that you want to write this essay. Okay, again, going back to your why. So sometimes you have your what and you say, oh, I want to tell this story because it's my sad story. But why is it that you're feeling compelled to write that story? If you can really hone in on that why, it's going to really make this process a little bit easier for you. And then the last thing I'll say is that essays like this can be emotionally draining. So if you are writing multiple essays today, make this your last essay that you write. So you just put it off to the end, okay? All right, I hope that's been helpful. Good luck. And again, thank you for sharing with me. And we're going to continue to journey together. Bye-bye.